Hi, and welcome back to the third installment of the Morning Buzz with Jimmy. I'm Jimmy. Um, Today I just want to start off with thanking a bunch of people from last week. I had a fucking really good time with those guys from City Escape Artists. Thank you guys, obviously. Thanks to Allegedly Records for sharing. To Riot Squad Media for sharing. Also, I wanted to get out right away that Riot Squad Media is presenting Camp Pennsylvania 2020, 2020, 2020, 21. That was a lot of 20s. But yeah, 2021. Definitely something to look into. That's shared on my page. It's shared. It's all over the place on Facebook. Definitely check it out. But speaking of checking places out, today I got a guy I met actually through buying retro video games, oddly enough. But he just recently opened a new venue in Clearfield, Pennsylvania. He's been in a bunch of metal bands throughout his life. Name's Dave Mayersky. Bring him in, Nick. Whatever. Dave, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, man? How
What's
you
up?
doing? Thanks
Good.
for having me on.
Hell yeah, man. Thanks for coming on. How you been?
Good, good. How about yourself?
I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
here. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We're all living, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, really cool what you're doing, man. I'm totally behind it.
Dude, I
So,
I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I'm just providing a stage. It's really cool what you're doing, actually. Like I haven't there's no venues around here. And like honestly, I went back to the Crowbar last year for the first time since I was like, in my
what's it called now?
it was well, it was re
It was like the
no,
rebar, and
it's
then it
it's
was
it's Stage
the
West.
cellar.
It's Stage West now. A guy from, Harrisburg or Williamsport owns it. He owns another one down there, and then he owns this one up here. But I saw a real big fish there last year, right before the virus hit. And, like,
Yeah,
that place is a shitty venue. Like, it's hard to see no matter where you're standing. Like, it's not that it wasn't as great as I remembered it, and I think it was just great because I was a kid and I could go there, you know what I mean?
oh yeah, man. There'll never be another crowbar.
No, and I think, like, they like, when it became what was the mezzanine after the crowbar?
Yeah,
They, like, cut the stage down and stuff and, like, restructured it, and it just has the flow and
it's
everything all
already small as hell.
yeah, dude, it's worse. It's way worse. The and, like, it made you know how the traffic flow in there was always a fucking mess because everybody's just wandering
Oh
around?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
well,
horrible.
it's worse now.
Nice.
Yeah, if you can imagine. So, what exactly do you got going on?
Well, it's a funny story. Like, so in my landscape garage,
Mhm.
um, I figured um, I started a band back in May. I decided maybe it's midlife crisis. I don't know what it is. But I was like, you know what? I need to start playing again. So I got the guys back together, one original member and then some new guys. And it's like, well, let's practice at my garage. And from there, I was like, I'm going to build a stage. And then I built a stage. And then I got stage lights. And we got a PA. And I was like, you know what? There's nowhere to freaking play, especially because of the pandemic.
Right.
And let's just hold a show here. So we invited a couple friends, bands, and put on a show, and it went good. And then we had another one, and then another one. So, like, what I tell everybody, like, um, some of the bands I've been getting, I've been building up a little bit bigger,
Right.
and they're like, dude, you need to name this place because to put an address with a name,
Mhm.
man, it's not a club. It's like, this is a freaking DIY garage show. And they're like, dude, like,
The best ones.
it's like sweet in there, man. Like, don't downplay it. It looks really cool. And I was like, well, I don't want it to go out like this is a club and blah blah blah. And then these people show up and be like, man, like there's like tarps covering up equipment. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Right.
But like, so like I named it. I didn't know like it's like I'm not good with names. And I was like, what the hell am I going to name? And I was like, the Upstage is cool. So
Yeah, no.
I just, but we've had I think four shows there since this past October,
See,
and it was like
I just heard
30.
about this a month ago.
Yeah, well, a month ago is actually when I actually like built an Upstage Facebook
Okay,
page,
then that's how I
and it's been going crazy. Like people are like, "Holy shit, a new club!" But like our first show was like 32 people. Our next show was in the 40s. Our next one was high 50s, and this one was 93.
that's just that's damn
So
good.
yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah,
There's a capacity of 168,
well
so there's definitely some room in there.
oh, that's all yeah, that's No, that's a good size. I mean, hell, I don't even remember what the crowbar could hold, but it couldn't hold much more than
Like
that, really.
500.
It was 500?
Yeah.
Not very comfortably.
No, not at all.
No, no.
No.
And I like, the next one it's, what is it, April 6th, did I see?
April 17th.
17th, I'm sorry. And then but there was I saw an Alice in Chains cover or a tribute band.
Yeah. So, like, I love Alice in Chains.
So same here, man.
So, like, of course, like, my roots are from punk. I've always been in hardcore bands, but, like, I respect pretty much all music.
Same.
And uh, um, so I was approached by these guys, Deny Your Maker. They're from Altoona.
Mhm.
They cover Alice in Chains really well. So I was like, damn, that's so cool. So I was going to gear that show towards Deny Your Maker, and I'm having Hellbent Come, which are like an 80s hard rock and metal cover band.
I see a lot of their
And then,
T-shirts around.
yeah, 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 they're really good as well. And then I really like San Francisco Sex Toys. They're from Brockway. They remind me of a Graves era Misfits,
Oh,
and
that's what you were saying about earlier, the horror punk
yeah,
stuff.
and they're really good. I love them. So I was like, man, and they have a following. So I was like, yeah, man, put
Well,
them on it.
that's awesome because that like, I mean, even that's, like, one hell of a mixture of music too, you know what I mean? But it doesn't stray too far from one another either.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I mean, if I put my band on the show, it's like, oh god, this doesn't fit.
And your band's name is Endbringer?
And bring.
That's what
Yep.
yeah, I thought I had to double check, but I was like, I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm like, I don't wanna say the wrong name and look like a dick.
Yeah, yeah,
Because you guys played
yep.
out at this Snake Hole there a while ago, didn't you?
Yeah, that was our first show. It was like
Oh, really?
8:30 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that going on. That was last year, the year before?
Oh, Greg Majeski's been putting them on for years.
Yeah, I just meant the one you played at, like, I don't know how, like, what
Oh, was this
was it past summer or the summer before?
no, we're relatively new band, so it was September. Sorry, it was September 30th. So it
Okay.
was just like right before winter.
Okay, because I, like, totally, like, lost a year here, like, obviously everybody else did, like, I
Yeah,
can't remember if it
yeah,
was 2019 or 2020 half the time.
yeah, yeah.
But no, and, like, and that's what I kinda wanted to have you on here too, just because like, I didn't wanna think it was just, like, punk bands either, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm totally
No,
I was in
no, I'm
metal
gonna go.
bands when I was younger, like, I totally support that scene too, like, not this whole thing is awesome just because it might not be a club, it might, be whatever you said, like, with tarps or whatever, but it's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's whatever you make it.
Yeah,
One,
and
if you think it's a club, it's a club.
but, like, I think no matter what, there's so many bands stoked to just be playing out right now. I think if you gave them a corner with a fucking sound system, they'd be happy with it. Like,
All these bands that came here, and not all these bands. I mean, I only had 4 shows, but they were all just like, "Holy shit! Like, this is so cool." And I was like, "Thanks, man." I mean, it's DIY Outlaw. I mean,
yeah,
to me, that's what it is. It's like that's that's the best thing. I mean, it's friends respecting each other. There's really no rules, but everybody. I don't know if we evolved as we got older, because I'm 41 now. So
I'm right
my
behind you.
crew back in the day, we would have like destroyed shit.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like now, we just all like we respect each other, get along. I mean, even though there's no roles, like people just have fun.
Yeah, I definitely noticed though when you get older, you really don't wanna destroy the place you have to hang out because you never have as many places to hang out when you're older as you did when you were
You know
younger.
how many freaking places we lost? I mean, my God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I have definitely been, asked not to come back to a few places.
Yeah, yeah. We all revisit our old haunts.
Yeah. I was saying at the beginning of the show too, it's funny just how I met you, like, through all the music and everything, I ended up meeting you through buying fucking retro video games.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
H how long did you have that store for? Was it 4 years?
Uh yeah, it was almost 5.
5? Holy shit. And then I found out about it, about a year before you ended up closing too. I'm always late to the game,
Yeah,
man.
like I started branching off into vinyl records and music, CDs, stuff like that,
Mhm.
and was doing really well. But, and of course, it's retail, so it's like a damn roller coaster.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I have my landscape business, so I was like micromanaging it, and it just wasn't working the way I wanted it to. And literally 2 weeks before the pandemic hit last March, I got rid of it. Like, I got so lucky or I would have been screwed.
I know, because I think I was there the last week, like, cleaning up all some of the shit that you were get because
Yeah,
you had
yeah,
everything
yeah.
on
You and
sale.
your brother were there 'cause I was like 50% off and
Yeah,
different
for
stuff.
sure. But no, dude, well, you did get lucky with that then. Like, that's, like, good timing.
Well, I carry the music stuff over to my show, so I have a distro, a smaller distro. Like back in the day when I was like in a touring band, um, we carried our distro along with us. We sold CDs and stuff like that. And so I brought that back from the dead. So like when you come to the upstage, I'll have my vinyl records and CDs,
Oh,
punk,
really?
hardcore, metal, even some rock.
Oh, cool, man. Cool. I
Yep.
even know a guy might be able to do some shirts for you here in the near future.
And we'll be looking them up too.
Good deal, good deal.
Definitely hit me up after the show because I'm gonna make some upstage shirts just for like even for novelty reasons, like
Yeah, they'll sell,
something.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah, that no, even, like, simple things, like, I won't be up and running for probably, like, another month or so, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's kinda shit it'll sell. People go there and just be like, "I want this because I was here." You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
And it's always
yeah.
even in one color print, like, I always think those look the best anyway. It's just a simple logo, like, I like clean.
Or or black and red. Yep.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know the
man, for
feeling.
sure. Now, you said, I said earlier about you used to play in what, Final Stand and Forever Means Goodbye?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like I said,
Yeah. Final Stand was from like 2000 to 2004 and something like that, and Forever Means Goodbye was like 2004 to 2007, and I pretty much haven't done anything until last year.
I think I did that country band deal for like a year and a half
Yeah, I remember you were telling me that.
yeah, just because I wanted to, play again, but that what it just
Yeah,
I
I
can't.
need that vent or that hobby or whatever.
Yeah, it just wasn't like I couldn't practice it. What I'd do is like I'd be practicing some of the songs. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like that sounds just like this No Effects song. So then I'd figure out the No Effects song instead of the country song, and then I'd go and they'd be all pissed because like I didn't really learn the song. I just
Yeah,
I if you can't get into it, you can't get into it. But before that,
that's the slang.
yeah, and I think before that, I think 2012 was the last time I played a show. Like it's been 8 or 9 years.
What band were you in
I was
back
it.
in the day?
I was in I started in Death Rattle with like Twang, and then way back in the day when
I
I was,
remember, yeah, okay, I remember Death
and then
Rattle,
and then
Brian.
yeah, and then I went to I started at Lost Factory with Pat Briscoe, Ryan Jones, and Jeff Winters. And then Pat had some issues and had to leave, and then so Jonesy, Jeff Winters, and I started Phillipsburger, and it was just like obviously a play on my hometown, but
Yeah, yeah,
that one, as dumb as it was, a three-piece punk band that just covered punk songs, like, I literally made it further doing that than I did anything else, and it was so odd because I was singing too, and I am a horrible singer. Like, real bad, man. Like, one time, Briscoe didn't show up for a Lost Factory gig. I actually all the guitar solos, I was just like, "Me, me, me," right in the microphone. I just made them with my mouth. So, like,
oh my god.
yeah,
But that's punk rock.
and everybody loved it too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it totally worked. It was I'll never forget it, but no, I don't know. There's something about being on a stage too, like, there's no other feeling.
oh, for sure, it's the energy, and especially when there's a crowd, you feed off that energy, and
Y
it's
yeah.
just cool.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I've definitely had my run-in with drugs throughout my life, but, like, there's no drug or anything that can even compare to that,
Absolutely.
no, no, no. I'm good now, obviously, but in the past, but like I said, there's just nothing, and I always felt that way about it, and I always hated I'm not a big fan of practice. I'm not a big fan of hauling equipment, but, like, it all pays off when you're finally up there and there's a crowd in front of you, and it's just like, "Fuck yeah."
For sure.
The only good
Yeah,
time I had
totally.
yeah, the only time I had a good time with that country band is we went up to Sutherland, Massachusetts, and played my latest.
Holy hell.
Yeah, we played, like, this, like, stupid little East Coast run. It was, like, 2, 3 shows, but, um, it was my lead singer's hometown where he grew up in, and we sold that place out, dude, and it was, like, and we did some ZZ Top and shit like that. It wasn't all country, but, like, I did have a
Yeah,
blast playing that show just because there was, like, 400 people in there and dancing, like, having just a
for
ball,
sure.
you
That's
know?
great. Yeah.
But, like the Huntington Legion and stuff, I play there and there's 10 people there. It's like, "All right, I'm over this."
I've played a lot of shows like that too, and it's real disappointing when you show up and it's like, "What the hell, man?"
I know, I know,
But
I know, I know.
nature of the beast.
Yeah, you play basically, or you're the opening band and you play basically for the other bands and their girlfriends.
Yeah, yeah, I've been there. We've
Yes.
also had our fair share of, like, really cool stuff.
Same here. Our, when I did the Lost Factory thing, when we first started, we didn't have Jeff, so it was just Briscoe, Jonesy, and I. We played, it was at Snake Hole, but we played this benefit show, and there was like 11 bands, but I don't know why. Right, we had 6 songs too, so we about had 15 minutes of music because we were a punk band.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
maybe, with me talking. So like, I don't know what happened, but like we literally played it during the time there was like 400 people there, man, and like everybody was digging it, and like we had the biggest crowd there for the whole 15 minutes we were on stage, but it was
yeah,
badass. So
yeah, that's cool, dude.
yeah, out of all those times, that I played in front of 5 people, like there was some good ones too.
Yeah, yeah, you
Yeah,
always gotta take the good with the bad.
that's right. Now, like, do you charge admission or anything for this upstage?
Yep, yep, I mean, it depends what bands we get, but usually $5. Like, our last show, we had a band from, Debrained from Buffalo, New York,
Yeah,
and, Forsaken by Society from Pittsburgh, and, that money goes to them. They travel.
that's awesome.
So, that's the only reason why I charge. I mean,
No,
our other stuff were free because they were local bands, but,
yeah.
um, yeah.
No,
I
I mean,
mean,
if the band's gonna try, you gotta, what I mean, you gotta pay if they're gonna travel that far. But like,
yeah,
speaking of,
and they're so cool, like, they're just like, "Dude, we don't need any money." I'm like, "Dude,
yeah, like,
I know what you mean, I've been there,
right, but
but
you can
get
totally
your get."
use it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, no, I get the whole thing. Now, and like I said, that band from Pittsburgh last week that was on here, City Escape Artists, they were like totally like wanting to, they're waiting to watch this episode actually to see what this is all about. They were stoked about it. Plus, they were
Yeah,
stoked
they're
about eating.
really cool guys.
Yeah, yeah, they were, they were fun.
I'll definitely have them back.
Yeah, you should definitely check out City Escape Artists too. Like they have a good following in Pittsburgh. Like they were just signed by Allegedly Records. Like I think they have 2 records out. Like it's good shit, man. It's like
Yeah, I'll definitely check that out,
yeah, it's like a
and I'll probably be getting in touch with you for some, bands. Like I said, like, my roots were in punk, and
yeah,
you're my punk connection, so
and you're
we'll
my
get
metal
some stuff
connection.
in, and hardcore.
Yeah, yeah,
Mostly hardcore.
yeah. All you guys are Clearfield. All you Clearfield guys have always been hardcore. All of
Yeah,
you.
I know, yeah. Why so angry?
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to ask you. Why are you guys so pissed?
I don't know.
And now let me. I do want to ask this. Like, it was easy for me. Like, obviously, being in my 20s, playing in a metal band, because you are, you have that anger and angst. Like, do you feel any different, or do you still have that energy? You think like the same energy you did when you're like compared to then and now?
Absolutely, like,
Yeah.
when we're playing. But mine was never, like, anger, like, I hate something.
Right. I just mean like the angst of being young, and you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, for sure, it makes
Yeah.
you feel like our new band, Endbringer, the songs are about, like, pretty like, coming from nothing and making something, or, like, kick you when you're down, you're gonna get back up and make yourself better. So it's more of like, you hear the angry voice, but it's positive lyrics.
Right, right, right. And the only reason I think, I don't know, the punk rock thing caught to me was just because, like, I don't know, sometimes I got tired of Decipher screaming. So I was like, I can understand
Yeah,
these lyrics, and like the energy was still there. But like I
yeah.
definitely still listen. I still love, like, obviously the old school Slayer and shit like that. But like
Oh, yeah, you can't go wrong with
no,
that.
but even is Dead Side still together? Like
No, they're not.
they're not. Uh,
They split up about a year
Did
ago
they? Oh,
for
that's a shame, man.
Call It McCrack, and he was their bass player, and he passed away here, a couple months
Yeah,
ago.
I did hear about that. That was unfortunate. Well, he was playing with Twang in them for a while in this
Yeah,
end up there. That's how I met
yeah,
him.
yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah. That was unfortunate. I mean, Christ, he was young, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah, he was.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah,
late 30s.
yeah. Did they just hang it up after that then, or?
They hung it up before that.
Oh, did they? Okay, okay.
Politics of bands,
Yeah,
and,
no, I think
they were together, I think, 4 years, and
I had seen them. Like they were the only Clearfield band per se I'd
they were
seen.
yeah,
Yeah, but like they were good, man. Like
they were holding it down for 4 years or so.
yeah, Frankie sung for them, right? Frankie Rafola?
Yep,
Yeah, yeah,
yep,
yeah. And I always know him because of my connection with Aaron Musser, and then them being in at
yeah,
Hope's End.
at Hope Bend,
Yeah.
yeah.
I actually found that demo CD the other day, believe it or not, and it still worked.
Yeah, they were a good band
Yeah,
too.
they were a very good band. Who the hell didn't they open up for somebody pretty big at the Crowbar back in the day?
They opened up for Guar,
Guar, and there
I
was one other
believe.
one.
I think they opened up for
Oh,
I think they opened up for the Misfits. I know they opened up for As I Lay Dying. I think
that's the one I'm thinking of, As I Lay
that
Dying.
was the 3 big shows they opened up
Yeah,
for.
the As I Lay Dying was the one I was thinking of because 'cause I'm like, it's a couple words, that's it.
Yeah, yeah,
But I remember being at that show, they had a good following too, man.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Uh, is there anything else you wanna get out there today? Just
Just everybody check out the Upstage page, and that'll keep you up to date on what bands or what shows are coming through.
yeah, and I'll
Um,
share that on mine too for sure, man.
I try to do one show a month. Maybe I'll do coming late spring, summer, 2 shows a month. Um, Trying to respect the neighbors, even though the neighbors aren't real close by
Mhm.
and they haven't had any problems with the sound or anything. I don't want to push that issue. Even though the sound ordinance is 10 o'clock, I still don't want to push that issue. So we're done by like 9:30. But people can hang out till 2 in the morning. I don't care. I just,
The noise
the
needs to
live is
stop by then.
done at like 9:30.
Yeah, because I saw
And
the next show was 6 to 9, and I was like, "Wonder why he's having it so early," but that makes sense now.
yeah, they're all going to be in that range.
But that's okay too, you can still go out and party afterwards.
Oh yeah, or stay there.
Yeah, or like BB and go home and do nothing and go to bed
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
that's what people do at our age and do now, sadly.
yeah. It's a lot of fun there.
But you like you said, all you're having all types of music, it doesn't like, there's no
No, like the first 3 shows I had there were there was one rock band and the rest has been hardcore and metal until the 17th is going to be pretty much like a punk band and two rock bands. And
yeah. Do you have
of
shit?
course, obviously, I'm going to cater more to the hardcore metal,
Well, yeah, I
but
mean, that's yeah,
like
that's
a punk band's like, hey, I just had Mike Bailey from the Wasted. They're from Brockway. Get a hold of me. They want to play there, so I'll get his band and find 2 or 3 other punk bands.
I might be able to find those for you.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be hitting you out for
Y
that.
yeah, definitely, there's actually a band around, a friend of mine's brother plays in the band, The Snipped, out of Altoona.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're
They're
awesome, man.
from Altoona, right?
Yeah, I was actually right before I got on here with you, I was actually talking to them about coming on here.
Yeah, I
So,
like them.
yeah, I do too, they're really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's all those connections too, but, dude, I wanna thank you 10,000 times over for coming on here and dealing with my technical difficulties as everyone else does.
Oh man, it's all good. Hey, like it's really cool what you're doing too, and both of us are like collaborating and
Yeah, no, we'll definitely continue to work together, I'll definitely be in touch.
I appreciate it for having me, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. We'll get the word out, and I'm gonna try to come to that show too on the 17th. So maybe I'll
You
get.
better come to one of them.
Well, I'm just gonna try to come to the next one just to get it done with, and then we can just talk from there.
Yeah, yeah. Then we won't talk anymore.
No, that'll be the last time ever.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
But hey, man, thanks again.
Thank you,
No
man.
problem. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah,
Take care.
you too, bud.
And once again, big thanks to Dave Mayersky for coming on here. You want to definitely check out the Upstage in Clearfield, Pennsylvania. I believe the address, I think I remembered this, is 801 4th Street, Clearfield, Pennsylvania. There's a Facebook page. Like he said, they got, you know, everything. There's a PA, there's room, there's space. He's having all kinds of music. Go check it out. I'm not even sure. I think my buddy Jake actually is coming on here next week. He was he's been in a bunch of punk bands, and I was actually worked on a line with him in an Irish restaurant, but should be interesting. But until then, have a good week, and you know the drill. You buy the ticket, you take the ride. Nick, get me out of here.